employers are cutting back on hiring skilled workers, and that's all as a result, arguably, of increased uncertainty when it comes to our economic outlook. The accounting firm KPMG finding overall demand for skilled labour fell around 1.6% in the March quarter, supply down 1.3%. Well, recruitment firm Clarius commissioning the report from KPMG, and joining me now from our studios in Melbourne, Clarius Chief Operating Officer Kym Quick. Kym, nice to have you with us.
Good morning.
In a sense, demand looking not too bad in terms of the balance that you would be looking for at this moment in time. Put these numbers into context. We might have had some cutbacks on future intentions, but is this an alarming trend or imbalance? Where does it sit?
Yeah. Look, I don't think it's an alarming trend. I think what we're seeing is a direct reaction to the economic uncertainty as opposed to any specific decline in demand on a major scale. There's obviously been a lot of issues that have affected the confidence of hiring, and in an interesting trend we're actually seeing confidence in permanent hiring reduce, but an increase in the taking on of contingent labour, so more contract workforce, which is obviously a little bit more flexible when it comes to any changes in the economic landscape.
Kym, what has changed between the March and June quarters when it comes to demand? There's been a big swing. In terms of net shortages, we were looking at 11,000. That was almost falling off the scale, was it not, in the March quarter when it comes to demand for skilled workers? Just 1,000 net behind as of June, though. So what happened in the interim period?
Look, I really think it just has been that uncertainty of foreign markets, you know, a bit of a lag effect from the, you know, the natural disasters that we saw in the earlier part of the year. That combined with lack of confidence in housing prices, uncertainty around legislation around carbon taxes, and a whole gamut of different things that are really affecting confidence across the board. And, you know, we've seen, I suppose the job market's been jittery, for want of a better term, and very reactive to things that we're seeing happen around us. Now, underneath that dynamic of 1,000, you know, available skill sets, it really tells quite a different story. We've got some areas that are still experiencing quite extreme skill shortages. So, you know, I don't think that number necessarily paints the entire picture. You really have to look at it category by category to really understand where the dynamics and shifts are.
Well, even practically looking at chefs out of the market, all those contestants from MasterChef should just be walking into jobs that they would have anyway. But the point is, you know, how did we end up with a shortage there? I thought we had oversupply at one point.
Yeah, look, I think it would have been easier just to walk into a chef job as opposed to being on MasterChef.
Yeah.
But look, I think the issue with some of those areas that are in extreme shortage is more about supply than demand. You know, we've commented before how the transient nature of people in those occupations is quite high. So, you know, chefs is classically one of those where people do go into that profession, tend to stay there a couple of years, and unless they're incredibly successful, which is a very small proportion of people who do enter that industry, they tend to move out very, very quickly.
Kym, we would love to have carried on, but we are out of time, and I know that you're optimistic in a sense that now there's certainty on the carbon tax, accountants for one, and providers of other professional business services can potentially be looking at some gains where otherwise there was understandably plenty of uncertainty marking time before the legislation. Kym, got to leave it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Kym Quick, this Chief Operating Officer at Clarius. Let's